Hey, welcome again to He Said, where Jason and I debate the NFL's most controversial issues and agree to agree. Like whether or not it's kosher for a coach to pull an opponent's player's dreadlocks. The big news is that Los Angeles is getting a professional football team for the first time since Pete Carroll left USC. I know that this team will not make as much money as that team. True that. The players won't make that much money. All right, the Rams. Let's talk about where they're going to be playing. The Rams will likely play at the Coliseum until Rams owner Stan Kroenke finishes building his Xanadu right near Los Angeles International Airport, which you can get to, by the way, by taking Laurel to the 101 to the 405 north to Century Boulevard.
What are you talking about?
Steer!
I think it's faster to take the Laurel to the 101 to the 110 to the... You know what? Just
the
wait.
90.
To the 90?
You're going to be on the 90?
I say take the 90.
Well, we know fan enthusiasm in Los Angeles has been strong.
Pretty strong.
There have been some rallies and celebrations pre and post this historic announcement.
Yeah.
I mean, young Kardashians could already be jockeying for which running back to date, Trey Mason or Todd Gurley.
I wonder if Kylie's into girlies.
Are you targeting a celebutante right there?
I'm not. Let's talk about the teams that lost out. It's got to be tough for the Raiders.
Hugely tough for the Raiders.
They tell the city they want to leave. Now they got to go back and pretend like it was all a misunderstanding.
Raider Nation is going to punish the Raiders. I really believe that.
For flirting with L.A. that hard? Oh, yeah.
That hard. They're going to make the Raiders play their first 5 or 6 home games on Alcatraz.
I think I'm going to say this, and it's going to seem weird that I'm saying this. I think Alcatraz is safer and nicer than the Black Hole.
Are you saying you'd rather be down in the hole than in the Black Hole?
Yeah, I am. Let's talk about San Diego. I mean, they're in even more of a precarious situation. They haven't made the final decision on their next move. It's like their fans have put out a Facebook friend request, and they're just waiting for an answer.
I don't think San Diego's going to move. Once Phillip Rivers realizes how expensive it is to raise 8 kids in Los Angeles, I feel bad for San Diego.
But they still have SeaWorld.
Well, actually, they're one CNN killer whale documentary away from losing that. Here's the question. How will we know if this is the right move, the Rams to Los Angeles? Because we know this is L.A. Your team's worth is not measured in W's necessarily. It's measured in the level of star who's going to come out and support the team. We know Ice Cube, we know Dre, they're not going to support this team.
Raider Nation.
Raider Nation. They were ready to go straight out of Compton and straight into Carson.
I mean, with the Rams, it's just going to be a lot of Rob Reiner hanging around.
Tons of Rob Reiner.
Which I love Rob Reiner.
Huge fan.
But here's how I think it can work for the Rams. If they can get a younger generation of fans to bridge the gap with the older generation of fans, get them on board.
Because the older generation of fans.
They remember 21 years ago when the Rams
basically the older generation. How would you
just a bunch of rich guys in Ferragamo jerseys with their Tinder escorts and Ferragamo pumps.
I love L.A.
I love L.A.
Here's why it's a complicated thing for the two of us, because we are from St. Louis and we moved to Los Angeles.
So I have mixed feelings about
I have mixed emotions about our team leaving a flyover state to come to a flyover stadium.
It is literally a flyover stadium.
Next to LA.
But when you think about the Rams, all right, they're a lot like you and me. They're like the Sklar brothers.
They're the Sklar brothers of the NFL.
They were in St. Louis for about 20 years before moving to LA to try and make it big. And they're just going to enjoy the indifference of fans and a mediocre level of success. They're us.
Enjoy that, Rams. This town is big enough for the two of us.
The three of us.
You put yourself in that?
I'd like to separate myself from you a little bit.
Okay. I'll agree with that.
I agree with you, too.
Who's number 17?
17 is no one. 17 is the year that the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl for us.
Wow.
17.
Optimistic.